On today's episode of Identity, trailblazing entrepreneur Hamza Faruqi joins us for a chat. We take a short left to Togoza to meet an extraordinary young woman. We check out an app called Baha'i Faith in our What's Happening segment. We also review the heartwarming family movie Kumba. And we send you off with the exceptional sounds of Kadasi.
I am an individual with an imagination. My inner faith illuminates innovations. In a space with infinite inspiration, I was born free from all incarceration. Incredible, living infallibly, intelligent, outshine with my inner being. This is me, impeccable as ever been. I am you, you are me. This is my identity.
Good morning, beautiful people of Africa Dzonga, and welcome to another entertaining episode of your favorite multi-faith youth show, Identity, right here on SABC1, Mzansi for sure. I'm your host, Mpumi Mbete. March is Health Awareness Month, and with that being said, today is the start of Glaucoma Awareness Week. Glaucoma is a condition that causes damage to your eye's optic nerve and gets worse over time, sometimes leading to blindness if not treated. Glaucoma tends to be inherited and may not show up until later in life. In South Africa, 4 in 50 people over the age of 40 have this condition. Asitfoleni lwadi sitifunzise nekuhlola amehlo ethu njalo. Kutfola lusito kusasenesikhathi. Nyalo wena hlala phansi unathe litiye nobe likofi lakho sichicisane nesivakashi sethu salomuhle. Our guest today is a remarkable self-starter. At the young age of 12, he created iCricketer, a website that showed real-time cricket scores and news. At 18, he co-founded CII Holdings and became the youngest CEO in the country. True to his nature of being a visionary, his company CII Holdings opened the Coral International Hotel in Cape Town, the first ever dry hotel, which is tailored for the specific needs of observant Muslim travelers. In all his accomplishments, it has become crystal clear that Hamza Faruqi aims for nothing but excellence and substance in his work, and his work speaks volumes of his devotion and service to his faith. Today, I have the pleasure to chat to this amazing man who's been a trailblazer for most of his life. Assalamu alaikum, Hamza.
Wa alaikum salam.
Welcome to Identity.
It's my singular pleasure to be here today.
It's my pleasure to have you, but I want to find out about Hamza growing up. Where and how was your childhood?
Well, I was born in Swaziland and moved to South Africa post 94 and schooled here and built my business, and South Africa is home. I'm fortunate to have lived in a beautiful part of the world and in a world where there's lots of opportunities, and I think I'm very lucky to be in South Africa, and I think the same message to many entrepreneurs that we live in a beautiful part of the world where there's lots of opportunities to make things happen.
True. I'm Swati. Do you speak a bit of Swati?
A little bit. I can sing the national anthem.
Good enough. But Hamza, now you speak about a land of opportunity in South Africa. You started tapping into those opportunities at a very young age. At 12 years old, boys are playing out in the streets. Didn't that take away from your childhood a bit?
Not at all. I think when you do something that you enjoy, and I think that goes for anything in life, when you genuinely enjoy something and that's your passion, to turn that into success is a lot easier. If you enjoy building something, if you enjoy doing something, and you focus on that and build something, commercial success follows. Many times people are obsessed with making a commercial success first. And my belief is enjoy what you do, success and money will come automatically. You don't need to chase that.
Okay, from 12, starting a website. 18, you co-founded CII Holdings and became the youngest CEO in the country. A lot of CEOs will tell you about their sleepless nights and all the stress that comes with running a business or entrepreneurship. What are some of the challenges that you faced as an entrepreneur?
I think it's, building a business is always challenging. People will always, tell you how difficult it is to raise capital, how difficult it is to actually gain acceptance, how difficult it is to build a brand. These are never easy things. But an individual or an entrepreneur is not alone in this. There are world leaders who go through this. Everyone goes through this. So the quicker you accept that you need to get on with the job and build something and focus on what you need to do, you start building something. And I think that's the biggest challenge. Kids and children and youngsters who want to be entrepreneurs, they're so obsessed with the challenges and so concerned and so afraid of the challenges. And again, my message is, go out there and make it happen. You are not unique and alone in your challenges. There are major large companies around the world who have challenges raising capital. You are not alone. But if you have the commitment and if you are determined to reach to a certain point, you will get there. So long as you are sincere and you really want to build something, you will get there. The challenges will always be there, make no mistake. You will always face obstacles, but go out there and make it happen. And that's important. Having actually traveled through that road and going through those challenges is more important than actually getting to the end destination and making the money and doing all of the things that comes with business.
And how important is spirituality in your line of business? I mean, you've had so much success so far, but what are some of the principles and values that you were raised with, that you apply in business?
I think the fundamental point to understand is that everyone needs to define success. And you will only reach success when you have a foundation. And the principal piece of that foundation is the value systems. Value systems comes from either religion or a certain teaching. In my case, being a Muslim, I have derived a substantial portion of my business value systems from my religion. And that actually gives you a foundation, because when the going gets tough, when you need to make difficult choices, when you actually can make a quick buck and you actually tell yourself, listen, I'm not supposed to do this, that's when you actually build a value system, and that's when success becomes real, easy, and it becomes meaningful. And ultimately in business, what you want to do is to build a legacy. But you'll only be able to build a legacy if you have a value system, and if you have not a spiritual platform, but a value system, which can come from religion, which can come from anything that anyone wants. In my case, it came from religion and still comes from religion. But I think that value system is very important to define success. Money will never define success, but I think your value system and who you want to be, especially in today's time, with the challenges that we face in today's time, where there's so many temptations, the best thing to do is to have a value system. That will keep you on the straight and narrow, that will make sure you get to your end point, that will make sure that success is defined and meaningful for yourself.
Beautiful. But in a country like ours, with diverse religions, faiths and spiritual backgrounds, in business you often meet people of other faiths and other religions. How do you incorporate all that into your business?
I think by being honest. I think by being and sharing, with people, with business partners, what your value system is. In today's time, people get tempted very quickly. Whether it's people who are working, entrepreneurs, they look for the quick way out. And if you have a value system and you share that value system with your partners, they will know that, look, when I'm doing with this business with this person, I need to be straight. He is not corruptible. I cannot. And in the challenges that we face in today's time, that is what our business society is lacking. A value system, a moral compass, which actually guides us in doing a business. And that will mean a society which has that moral compass. And that, I think, is very important. But I think being honest with your partners that, look, this is my value system, this is what I am, and being honest about it. Honesty goes a long way in getting what you want. And that works. That's worked for me.
Now, you started a business at a very young age and you've been going since then. What more can we expect from you?
I think the best part about business, I think life in general, is that you always wake up learning more and more, and that's the best part. So I have lots of opportunities, I have lots to learn, and I think we're in a country which is filled with opportunity. We're in a continent which has so much growth opportunity. Today, where the rest of the world is going through numerous challenges, I'm extremely bullish that our country has massive opportunities. But I think it's upon the youth to take a value system, to follow a value system, and make business and make opportunities happen. That's how we'll be able to solve a lot of the challenges. Complaining will not help. But when you take charge, when you take the initiative and make things happen, that's how we'll change our country and make things happen.
Hamza for president. I'd like to play a quick game with you before I let you go. It's called Guess the Person.
Okay.
His mother was Nokapi Nosikeni, and he is arguably the most famous South African. He was the first black president of South Africa.
Nelson Mandela.
He was born in the Free State in 1973 and was the first South African that went to space.
Mark Shuttleworth.
His first business venture was a magazine called Student at the age of 16, and he is the founder of Virgin Group.
Richard Branson.
He started a website at 12 years old, and at 18 he co-founded a company with some friends, and he is now the CEO of that company.
I was going to say Zuckerberg, but I think that's me.
Hamza, thank you so much.
Thank you. Wonderful being here.
I wish you could stay longer because I was so inspired and I feel so energetic just because of our chat today.
Wonderful being here, and I hope the message got carried, and let's make things happen. That's the most important thing.
And please do have a cupcake.
I will. I'll make sure I...
Hamza is definitely on the path to bringing substantial legacy for himself and his family. May the Almighty bless his journey. Sisathatha ikhefu lemfishane, uma sibuya sitoya eThokoza kuyohlangana nalomunye dzadze lowenda timanga ngebantfu labasha emphakatsini wakubo. Ungayindzawo, siyabuya.
This is my identity. This is my identity.
Ngiphinze ngikwemukele usabukele i-Identity, mina ligama ngimpumi Mbethe. Kunayo ingcenye yelihlelo sicela wena njengembukeli ukuthi ube ingcenye yalo lihlelo ngekusatisa ngetindzaba temphakathi wangakini letikhuthatako nobe letiletha lunjinjo emphakathini. If you have an inspirational story that you would like to share with the Identity team, don't hesitate to get in touch with us. Now, let's head down to Thokoza to meet up with an amazing young traditional healer who has taken it upon herself to stimulate change and harness the talent that is in her community by starting an edutainment company.
This is my identity.
In the heart of Thokoza Township lives a woman who believes in living her life for the benefit of those around her. Ursula Nanas Baledi is a community builder who has a special calling.
I was at varsity when I received when the calling intensified. I've always been a leader. I was a student leader. I was the first black to do that, So it was very difficult. And what made it even more difficult was the fact that I didn't want to accept it, which meant that I didn't want to talk about it. There was nobody to share with. Everything even at home because I felt maybe I just wanted to be a little secret. It never happened. I've done so many beautiful things. I've been privileged in life. My parents really tried, but the highlight of my life was Twasa because in everything that money could buy, anything but I never felt fulfilled. I always knew the minute I stepped foot in route, I felt at peace. It was finding the missing piece of the puzzle. The challenge was the language, the culture, isiZulu. Then the culture, yephehlo. I did isithunywa kuqala. Isithunywa umthandazeli. My greatest achievement ngobunyanga is I've learned who I am. I'm proud of it. Ngiyazazi ukuthi ngubani. I've gained the identity. Ngizothile. Ngiqwele. I'm fulfilled. I'm happy. Ngiphelele manje. I don't need anything else. Ngibonga ukuthi at least kuyo yonke into bayangivumela ukuthi ngiphume ngiyenze the least, not the least, but ngisakwazi ukunceda abantu hayi la endumbeni phela kodwa ngiyakhona ukuthi ngiphume ngiye ngaphandle ngincede emphakathini, which is what I love, and it makes my character shine.
Led by her passion for the youth, Ursula founded Blank Page Entertainment, an initiative which seeks to invest in and help shape the future of young people in her community by getting them involved in arts, culture and sport.
The organization started basically focusing on arts and culture. And then you have performers, being actors, singers, dancers. So whatever starts on a blank page has to be enacted or performed. So the organization starts, it covers everything from A to Z. All these kids, when they come and we start talking to them, you find that most of the time they want to belong. I had children who are not artists. I had athletes. So I started now moving into sports. And when I started with sports, it was outsourcing. I'd take them to basketball, to tennis, to soccer, to whatever. But then there was a shortage of sporting codes within my community. So I took it upon myself to actually start what we don't have. So that was the birth of the rugby club. And it's going very well. I still outsource what I cannot do, but that's how I got into rugby.
Ursula is a great manager, and personally I've interacted with her, and our relationship is great. We have mutual respect between us, and she's got that never say die spirit. That fighting spirit is what she instilled in us, commitment and a lot of discipline. So she's somebody who's committed to what she does, and as a result of that, it translates into us as the players. So that's what we do. Biggest achievement I'd say so far would be winning the gold medal in the Masakana Games with the club as captain. And I've even now moved up into the ranks of being coach of one of the local primary schools. So it's been phenomenal. I think that's one of my greatest achievements so far.
Ursula is a very, very easy person to be around with. She interacts with all levels. She understands and doesn't judge where you come from or who you are. Being a coach automatically means being a mentor. Rugby is a disciplined sport which requires being focused. My role as a coach is to ensure that all players know how to play rugby and understand the game structure.
Into engenza ukuthi ngidecide ukujona irugby ngoba mina vele ekhaya bengenzi next ngihlezi maye bengifuna ukuphuma estradeni ngoba ngigcina sengenza into eziro.
Yes, I'm a traditional healer, and I do motivational talks, I do rugby, I do youth development, I do a whole lot of things. First and foremost, I tell everybody that interacts with me, always acknowledge one's belief. I tell them, if she's Zulu, greet her in Zulu. If it's Diwali, wish them a happy Diwali. You don't have to be Hindu. If they're Muslim, salam alaikum. So that's where it starts. You give person, when you acknowledge somebody else's difference and their belief, they also respect yours. So we blend, we share ideas, but at the end of the day, what I like is we're all the same. We share common goals. It's just the different beliefs and backgrounds. And when you incorporate that, it creates fireworks.
This is my identity.
What an inspiring story. Well done to Ursula. Here on Identity, we believe in the upliftment of the youth and the value systems that come from spiritually based teachings. Do look forward to similar stories from across Mzansi as we progress through this series. After the break, we have a fun-packed What's Happening segment where we will check out a must-have app. We also review an animated family movie that will fuel up your desire to be the best you. Sisajika etitolo ungayinzawo.
This is my identity. This is my identity.
Welcome back to Identity. If you are just joining us, you missed out on an engaging interview with entrepreneur extraordinaire Hamza Faruqi. We then went to Thokoza, where we met up with the amazing Ursula, who showed us that passion knows no bounds. It's time now for our What's Happening segment. Take out your smart device, switch on your Wi-Fi, and let's get connected. It is important to keep up with one's faith, and today's app helps you do just that. It's called the Baha'i Faith.
The Baha'i Faith app is the perfect companion to the Baha'i religion. The app offers a collection of resources ranging from an introduction to the faith to prayers, writings, and media. Learn more about the history, basic teachings, and central figures of the Baha'i Faith by selecting the About tab. The Faith Calendar gives you a list of the holy days as well as a brief explanation of when each day is observed and why. For prayer and meditation guidance, you have the option to select from general prayer, obligatory prayers, and prayers to be recited during a fast. The app also offers a selection of media such as music, book suggestions, and YouTube videos that may be beneficial to your faith walk. Get access to a list of Baha'i centers around the world, their exact location and contact details, making it easy to keep in touch with your spiritual home. This app is a must-have as it lays out the essential tools needed in the Baha'i faith as a whole. It is also an excellent tool for devotionals, feasts, fireside readings, and teachings. So whether you are a member of the religion or are looking for information about the Baha'i Faith, simply download the Baha'i Faith app and have the material you need at your fingertips.
Let's take a look at our movie for today. It's the locally produced animated film Kumba, which you can now get on DVD in English, Afrikaans or isiZulu and enjoy with the whole family at home.
Deep in the heart of Africa.
It's happening! It's time!
A zebra of a different stripe is born into a superstitious
Kumba is
herd.
an incredible South African 3D animation movie that echoes the voice of hope, perseverance, and self-love.
That's not right.
Set in the backdrop of the Karoo, the movie tells a tale that inspires and entertains.
And when a mysterious
Kumba, a young South African zebra, is born with only half his stripes. He is ostracized and mistreated for being different. The superstitious tribe decides that Kumba's uniqueness is the reason for the drought in the land. They believe no stripes, no rain. A mystical mantis tells Kumba about a magic waterhole in which the first zebras bathed and came out striped. Kumba sets out on a mission to find this waterhole with hopes that it will give him his missing stripes. He is accompanied by an overprotective and bubbly wildebeest and a flamboyant ostrich who offer him comfort and genuine friendship. On his journey, Kumba, voiced by Jake T. Austin, also comes face to face with a menacing leopard, Pango, whose mission is to get his paws on Kumba and, according to ancient myth, become the most powerful hunter on earth. With characters voiced by acting legends Liam Neeson, Loretta Devine, and Lawrence Fishburne, Kumba is an emotionally charged story about embracing one's identity and realizing that one's difference can, in fact, be one's strength.
I can almost taste it.
I can hear him breathing. Oh no, that's you.
Bathi isikhathi sinemona siphela lapho salomuhla siqephu se-identity. Ngibonge ukuthi ungivumele ukuthi ngihlale nawe lapho ekhaya lomuhla kulisonvo ekseni. Don't forget to catch us on the social media world. Follow us on Twitter. Our handle is @Identity TV Show. You can also catch us on Facebook. Search for the Identity TV Show page. You can also find us on Instagram. Identity TV Show is our profile name. And lastly, you can drop us an email at identitytvshow@gmail.com. Goodbyes are not forever. They are not the end. They simply mean I'll miss you until we meet again. From me, Mpumi Mbete, and the Identity family, we wish you a blessed and prosperous week. I now leave you with a track from the talented Maskandi artist, Radasi. Goodbye.